Yes, dear students, good evening. Let us now move to our today's session. Today, I'm going to talk now to the next point which we have been discussed so far. See, up till now in the first session, we discussed about your SAP organization structure. Please remember your SAP organization structure starts from your client code and end it with your purchasing organization or your purchasing unit. Okay, in between there are the things like after the client code there is your we can say company code, plant, storage location, purchasing organization, everything is available. And according to that, whenever a new organization want to make use of this SAP module or this entire business cycle, what they do, they need to register initially, they need to configure all these things. They need to register what is the name of their particular purchasing organization, what exactly the standard purchasing organization. See, I have been given the difference. Once again, I'm telling you, the difference between purchasing organization and standard purchasing organization is what? Okay, it is very clear. Standard purchasing organization is generally used by that organization. You may be disconnected for a minute because electricity has gone. Am I audible? Am I audible, dear student? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Sorry,
Yes, sir.
because just electricity has gone, and because of that, even our Wi-Fi is down. But now I've been connected through mobile. Okay, so just bear me. Definitely the power supply. I'm hoping it will come in next 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, let it be. Let us continue. So I was talking about the standard purchasing organization and purchasing organization. See, this is very important in SAP model. So what happened in purchasing organization? These are the units, okay, various purchasing departments who are actually buying the material from outside vendors or sometime from the internal units also, from other units also. Okay, but what the standard purchasing organization do? Standard purchasing organization actually they are mainly used for special purchasing. So it is like just take an example. See, just now Diwali festival is coming close. Okay, so what happened? During this time now, during the Diwali time, in every family there is a special purchasing, right? There is special, we can say, purchasing of so many things. Maybe the new electronic devices, new clothes, maybe everything is happening as like a new. Okay, so I can say this is your standard purchasing organization. It happens for a special purpose. But in latter cases, suppose later on also we purchase the clothes, maybe in other months also, and so what are they? They are your normal purchasing organization. So in companies also, to do the standard purchasing like subcontracting and other things, they use the standard purchasing organization. So remember this simple example. So whenever you do the purchasing on a birthday, that I can say standard purchasing. Whenever you do the purchasing for Diwali kind of festival, that can I say your standard purchasing. Okay, so remember this difference. Now let us move towards our next point that I would like to share with you, and I would want to discuss with all of you. Okay, see that once again I'm repeating. Why I'm repeating? See, my dear student, it's a kind of revision. See, last time we have been discussed about how to define plant in SAP, define company code, assign plant to company code, define purchasing organization, then maintain the storage location, defining the purchase group in SAP, then assign the company code to company, then purchasing organization to company code, assign the purchasing organization to plant. Okay, see, I'm repeating it just purposefully because you should link yourself. Okay, these many topics are over. And last time we started with, see that here, assigning your standard purchasing organization to plant. Even this part we covered. And we started with this SAP material master data. So material master means what? It is a kind of collection of records or information about that organization related to their purchasing, related to each and every unit there. So it is what we can say it is a main database available, okay, in an organization in the form of that material master. About each and every material the information is stored, from whom it is purchased, how it is purchased, where it is used, who are using it, how it is maintained or used to produce the final products. For everything this material master is working. And mainly material master, this concept, what it do, actually deals with the financial related records. See, everything, it is just like in our house also there is a separate cupboard is available, and in that cupboard what we do, see, we are not using each and every compartment to keep our clothes and everything, but some compartments are there, they are used to keep maybe sometime some jewelries in your house, sometime you put some money in that, sometime you put your confidential document in that. So your material master is like that, where all the collection is available. Okay, and for this purpose there are the different types of material master records, like material master records, vendor master record, purchase information record, source list record, quota management, then service master, batch master, and condition record. My dear students, see, these are just different types of files we can say. Okay, it is just like in our house we are having the different files in that cupboard, like LIC records are different, your maybe mediclaim records are different, then you may have your insurance record, health cover record, or we can say that I can talk about the different even FDs are there, like this. So what we do, we also maintain the material master in our house. Similarly, companies are also maintain this material master. So let us see how to create this material master. See, to do this, you have to use one of the transaction code, that is MM01. What is the transaction code? MM01. When you use it, you are getting the screen like this, create material initial screen, and you will be able to see, yes, what are the different fields are available to it. Okay, these are like material, material type, change number, material from. Okay, then similarly other records are also available. See, these are the different now theory concepts related to the material master. See, in your interview also, interviewer asks the same thing. Do you know material master? What is the meaning of material master? What is the difference between your main material master, or we can say here, see that material master data, or your vendor material master data? So you are supposed to be very clear. Okay, with material master records, okay, we say store all the major records, but whereas with the vendor master record, what happened? See, if you click it here, you will be able to get vendor master record contains the information about whom, various vendors who gives the material to the company, their addresses, their financial data, their payment terms, purchasing data, histories like currencies, order value, everything. So what they do, see that you have to be very careful who maintain the vendor master data. See, vendor master record is generally maintained by both whom means by your purchasing department as well as by accounting department. Why? Because why accounting department is in picture? Because it is related to the financial. Okay, so you are supposed to be very clear. But when I'm talk about the main material master, okay, that is maintained with the even by that purchasing department. Okay, so here inside this material master, let us see one vendor account group. Okay, the first topic that we have to see here, it is your what? Your vendor account groups. Let us click on it and let us see the details. So what is the or how to create your vendor account groups in SAP? See, these are the questions. See, my purpose is not only to conduct this live session, but I want to make you aware what kind of question will be there. So they are asking, okay, how to create your vendor account groups in SAP. So you should know how to create or how to define your vendor account. Okay, for that purpose, okay, they have been given. See that you here we are going to learn how to define your vendor account group with screen layout in SAP. That is your SAP navigation using transaction code. What is now transaction code for this vendor account group creation or definition? It is OBD3. What is it? OBD3. Okay, if I want to do this, I need some possible values with me. Those are known as configuration value. Okay, so what happened in configuration value? We are going to use these values for group. What is our group ID? Will be T001. I'm saying it is a domestic vendor. T002 means importing vendor from whom we are importing, and T003, this is the third type of group from whom company purchases only one time, maybe in that year, only one time, not every time. Okay, and domestic vendor means just nearby suppliers. Okay, and import vendors means something we are actually importing from outside, right? So how to go for that? Defining your vendor groups. See, we are doing what job? Please remember, all of you, at the main title or header, you see that we are going to do now what? How to define vendor account groups with screen layout in SAP, or with your SAP logon. How we are going to define vendor account group? Okay, for that purpose, these are the different values we have been taken. T001 as a domestic vendor, T002 as import vendor, and T003 as your what? One time vendor. Okay, so let us see. So how you'll go to that particular SAP navigation screen, or how you'll go for that transaction? which transaction code we have to use? We have to use OBD3 transaction code. Okay, if I don't want to use transaction code, then I have to go where? In your SAP R3 role menu, I have to just select which option? Define account groups with screen layout. And in screen layout, I have to find out that vendor. But how you'll go for this particular job? For this, you have to follow this IMG path. So we know that SPRO, that is your standard procedure. In that, you will go for your SAP reference IMG. Then in IMG, you will find which sub option or sub folder there? Financial accounting. Inside the financial account, you have to go for accounts receivable and account payable. Then inside that, you will go for vendor account. Then you will click on master data. And now, why you have to go in a master data? Because currently we are dealing with material master data. So whatever the operations associated with that material master, they all are under this particular path only. See, every time you have to remember SPRO, IMG, financial and accounting, then your accounting receivable and accounting payable, vendor accounts. Then inside the vendor account, what you will find? Master data. And under the master data, all these sub options. So what is my first task? I want to define account groups with screen layout. For whom? Is it for your main master? No, it is for vendors. So I'm going to do that job with the help of this IMG menu path. Or in shortcut way, everyone knows that he used the OBD3 as a transaction code in the command field. So here you will get such kind of your SAP easy access. In that you will enter this OBD3 and you will hit your this green button or your enter key, and you will be able to see the next screen or next transaction on your computer screen as vendor account groups. Change view, it comes under vendor account groups overview. So here what you have to do, whether you want to use the anyone existing your vendor account, no, you want to define new vendor account. Means somebody is a new supplier now for a company. How you will enroll that person or that company or organization as your vendor of that material? This is the question actually, and for them we are defining it. So I'm creating a space or a place for that new vendor. Okay, so here I will click, I'll go to this particular transaction code. I will come on this screen where I'll find the new entries button. Okay, under which screen or view? Vendor account groups. So I'll just click on these new entries. Once I click on these new entries, see that on the new entries, detail of added entry screen. Okay, update the following. What you need to update? For that particular vendor, you need to update these many information like account group. Okay, it is simply hello, am I audible?
Hello, sir. You are not audible.
Right now, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
See.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, please.
सर आवाज ब्रेक होते मध्ये मध्ये फक्त.
थोड़ा just understand right now. Electricity has gone here. I'm using my mobile network. It may be sometime become unstable. Just a little bit, please understand little bit one. Okay, I'm expecting as soon as there should be a power. Okay, so that I can connect with you immediately properly through my Wi-Fi network. So just, but right now, am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please, let me move ahead now. I have to finish as early as possible. See that here on the new entries. So what we did up to this moment, first we want to define new vendor. Okay, for that, which transaction code we have to use in a material master? We have to use OBD3. For what purpose OBD3 is used? To define the vendor in your material master or to register the new supplier in your master record. How to use it or how to do it? With the help of which transaction code? OBD3. Okay, fine. So for which information I have to upload? Once I enter that OBD3, my transaction code in the command field, then I'm getting the new window. In that new window, what I have to do? I have to just click on the new entries. After clicking on the new entries, I have to upload or update these many information for that new vendor. First, account group, which is the 4-digit key that identifies the vendor account group in SAP. So definitely this account group is already created. Assume that it would be already created. And now we are going to use it. Okay. So what is that account group we have been created? We have been created one account group as a T001. That may be your domestic group. T002 as an import group and T003 for one-time vendor. Okay. So you have to take care of that part. You have to select accordingly that account group. Then description or meaning, that is update the descriptive text of account group. you have to give that who is this vendor? Is it a domestic kind? Is it your one time or import? So that detail you are giving as a part of description or meaning here. See that first you give the account group, then you give inside the general data you specify your meaning as a domestic vendor. Okay, then one time account. See, for this purpose we have to keep it as a blank, because if you create the one time vendor account, then this one time account option you have to check whether your domestic vendor is one time vendor. No, so keep this unchecked. So we can say that we can purchase n number of time from this domestic vendor. Then you have to give the field status details. And how you will give the field status details? With the help of this information like general data, company code data, and purchasing data. So what I am doing, I am right now modifying or adding my company details. Okay, the new vendor or supplier details. So I have to double click on whom? On this company code data. Okay, once you click on this company code data, double click, you will be able to see the rest of the details related to that particular field status group of that company or that vendor. Okay, so see that on maintain field status group overview screen means now this is one more screen there. Click on account management option, which is under select group field. Where you have to go? You have to go for this select group field where you will find account management. So inside this account management, okay, you have to manage the following fields like this. See that. Oh, so what kind of account is there for this particular new vendor? It is a reconciliation account. Then you have to put this as a required entry. Then rest of the things you have to keep as an optional part. Okay, so what exactly you want, how you are having the agreement that particular vendor, according to that you have to just configure or you have to put these options. Okay, so what they have been done, reconciliation account means that account is mandatory, so that is required entry, but rest of the entries are kept as a optional entries. Okay, so you have to just, once you do that, you have to either press Ctrl S from your keyboard, or you have to click on that floppy kind of icon to save the details. And in this way you have been added your that new vendor, or you have been defined that new vendor in your material master. Now what we have been studied, so we have been just defined the vendor account group, and for whom we have been done right now, it is just we have been done for one of the domestic group. Similarly you can apply it for your to whom? One time vendor. Second, you can apply it to the import vendor. My dear students, please understand, if it is one time vendor, then what you have to do? You have to follow all the steps, but only when you will come to these new entries, details of added entries for that account group. What will be right now in our case? What will be our configuration code? See that we have been taken group as a T003 for one time vendor. So you will enter here. Okay, after entering this OBD3 transaction code now, once you click on new entry, you will come here, and here instead of domestic vendor, what you will enter here? You will enter one time vendor, and then you will tick this option, one time account. Then automatically that will be set for that one time vendor. Okay, so you have to just repeat this process, and rest of the part are common. Again and again you have to do for the each company or for each new vendor there. Okay, you have to follow this process to define that vendor account group. But now here, even I have been said, when we come to this account management in under the maintenance field of your that any new vendor, then what is the most important? They are talking about this reconciliation account. My dear student, let us understand what do you mean by the reconciliation account. So it is given the reason also why we need to choose the reconciliation account as required entry. So tomorrow if you get a question in an interview, okay, in your SAP MM module, okay, you define the new account entries group, okay, fine. Then in that, why are you selecting, or that first option as reconciliation account is made mandatory? You should have this answer to with you. Okay, see, it is mandatory to choose this account as a required entry, because when we are creating the vendor accounts in SAP, it asks to enter the reconciliation account, and the system won't allow you to save the data without updating the reconciliation account. And now you may have still question in your mind, sir, okay, it's fine, you are saying it should be created, but I want to know that what is this reconciliation account. See, as like you, even suppose I don't know this concept, usually what I do, I copy that matter and I simply come and I simply try to understand its meaning. What is this particular concept? See, reconciliation is an accounting process that compares two sets of records to check that figures are correct and in agreement. So it is, they are going to cross verify, is it the account of that company or not, is it mentioned in that agreement, and as per the agreement everything is correct or not. See, it is clear, very clear. They have been said. Key account reconciliation is particularly useful for explaining the difference between two financial records or account balances. So it is very important to have there. Okay, every time you have to cross verify this. Okay, so that's why we have to make it required, because you cannot do blindly the agreement with anyone. Okay, so if somebody comes as a vendor and say that, okay, I just want to give the example. Okay, before that, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my example is very clear. Suppose you know that various brands, okay, we purchase the various clothes, we purchase the various even shoes, chappal. Okay, in shoes and chappal, we'll take an example. Okay, so you know the Bata. Okay, Bata is a branded one. Okay, the Bata is one of the very famous brand in India as a part of shoes, chappal, sandals. Okay, even there is a Paragon. Okay, so now if somebody comes outside of your house and saying that, okay, on that maybe fairy wala, okay, he or she is saying that, okay, I'm giving this Bata shoes or chappal within 10 rupees, will you accept that? Somebody please mute, please. My question, will you accept if somebody comes, some fairy comes and say that, okay, I'm giving the Bata shoes with 10 rupees only, will you accept?
No, sir.
Why you will not accept? Now my another question.
Sir,
Sir,
it
it is not possible to give the original one, but if he gives the original one, so we can accept it.
You see, it is very means you are also reconciling that. It means you are cross verifying. Is it really from the Bata? You will go to there and you will find, is it only Bata or it is just a label pasted on any shoes and say it is that fairywala is claiming it's a Bata. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
this is
Yes,
this
sir.
is the main point. All of you please understand. So company cross verify with the agreement. Whatever that company member is saying or you are entering here, that is verified or not. Is it a full proof or not? Otherwise, tomorrow there may be a 1 crore rupees payment you have done to that vendor, and later on you come to know that there is no such kind of vendor is available. There is no such kind of details are there. So you cannot go on them and you cannot blame to anyone, because that information is available right now in your this particular system. So this is the main point that you have to accept. Okay, now like this, when once we define that your particular vendor group, what is the next step? How to create the number of ranges for your vendor accounts in your SAP. Okay, how to do this one? Okay, see for this case, okay, just a minute, I'll go back for a minute. Yeah, okay, we have been done this part. Okay, actually we please remember your SAP MM module is connected with various concepts of your FI module also. So we generally go in that particular model. Okay, see here again, I'm coming back. Vendor account groups is okay. The number ranges for vendor accounts. Okay, let us see this topic. Okay, that comes here. See, so how to create the number ranges for vendor accounts. So what is the purpose of this? Why are you using this particular step in your SAP MM? So it is clearly written key actually you create the number ranges for vendor accounts. When you are creating your vendor accounts using the transaction code XK01, the number is assigned to the vendor account based on the number ranges that you have configured. See here, what exactly this number range? See, in this sense, we need 2-digit alphanumeric key. What is this key? See, it is a number interval from which the account number for the vendor account is to be selected. See, it's a range. Understand? It's a range. If I'm saying, okay, there are the 100 students in a class, so I may say, okay, 1 to 100, okay, are I can say A batch student, then 11 to 20 are B batch student. So if anyone comes from 1 to 10, I will check his or her record only in which batch? A batch. Suppose somebody from 11 to 21 will come, I will assign him to only B batch. So I know very well. Okay, similarly in the industry, when any vendor is registered now, we are giving some account details, or we are assigning some keys to them to identify who is this vendor. And if that comes from that particular range, I'll say yes, this account or these many accounts are associated with whom? With vendor number 1. These are associated with whom? Vendor number 2, like this. Okay, so one company may have the different kinds of material provider to you, so you have to keep the track accordingly also. Okay, so here what is the transaction code we use to assign the number ranges for your vendor account? we use XKN1. Please remember XKN1. How to define the account groups? To define the account group, vendor account groups, which code is used? OBD3. Okay, once they are defined, how you can assign the range to that particular vendor group? You are assigning the range to that particular group with the help of which transaction code? XKN1. What is it? XKN1. Or if you don't want to go with the transaction code on your SAP, yes.
Sir, instead of going through menu path, can we go directly using transaction code?
That's only I'm saying now. These are the two options. These are or either use transaction code or follow the menu path. But have you observed to follow the menu path? It is really big path that you need to remember. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now see, that's why if you observe carefully now, I'm always showing the first step here. See, as per this tutorial also, you remember it is your configuration step on your SAP logon. Now you may have the question, sir, where exactly this particular my SAP logon command field? See, I'll just show you here. Just a minute. See, I just want to show you command line parameter, or I can show you command line field. Okay, just for your study, I'm just showing it. See here, command line shortcut to log on to SAP via GUI. Okay, I just want to show you, dear student. Okay, see here, it comes here in this way, but I don't want to show you here. Okay, I'll show you actually SAP logon window. Just a minute. Here they have been hide on this point. I don't want to go with this. Okay, I'll just go for next one. Images. Okay, I'll just, yeah. Okay, able to see this screen now? I'm just making it bigger one. Able to see this? Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
See here, this is the field where I'm just taking my mouse pointer. This one is the field which is known as command field. Here you enter that XKN1 and you hit the enter button. Immediately you will switch to which window? For whom we are using XKN1? To define range to your vendor account. For that window you will go directly. Getting my point? So this is the meaning behind it. Okay. Okay, will be here. Sorry. See, this is the point. So use this. See, I'm just making you aware, because tomorrow you should not forget the XKN1 is actually used to create number ranges for vendor account. मीन्स मराठीत सांगू का, याचा अर्थ काय होतो माहितीये का, की ट्रान्झॅक्शन कोड टाकल्यानंतर तुमचा एवढा पूर्ण पाथ जो आहे इथपर्यंतचा मास्टर डेटा पर्यंत, हा काय होतो? हाईड होतो आणि डायरेक्टली कोणती विंडो ओपन होते? क्रिएट नंबर रेंजेस फॉर वेंडर अकाउंट. समजलं?
येस सर.
पण आता परत मराठीतच सांगतोय की काही इंटरव्ह्यूअर्स तुम्हाला हा कम्प्लीट पाथ विचारतात. सांगा मला, वेअर इज द क्रिएट number ranges for vendors account? This is the scenario. Understand, it is known as your screen. Where is this screen, or how you will open the screen for creating the number ranges for vendor account? So you should remember, okay, I have to go to the SPRO first, then that is standard procedure, then I will go to IMG SAP reference, then inside the IMG reference what I will select? I will go for financial accounting. Under the financial accounting there is accounts receivable and payable unit. So in that I have to find vendor account. Under the vendor account there is a master data, and in master data, sir, there is a create number ranges for vendor account. So this way you have to give the answer. Okay, it is just you have to remember. See what is this description and configuration value? It means now I want to assign some range to the particular vendor, and which range I can assign. For that they have been given some possible value. See, these possible values need to be defined by the consultant. Okay, you are the consultant, you will define, okay, you want to assign this new vendor some account ranges now. Okay, use this to this, because you have to justify. See that they have been given first from number to number. Okay, let us see the one by one. See, once you start to how to do this in SAP logon, you will first go on your SAP logon, you will enter the transaction code on in the command field as your XKN1. Once you enter, you press the enter to continue. Okay, once you press the enter, you will come on this next screen. What is next screen? Range maintenance vendor. So here what you do, you will get the three options like intervals, and third option is NR status. So what you have to do, you have to just click on this maintain interval means the second option. Okay, not first, it is display, actually it is just shown, but second is your maintain intervals. So once you click on that button, you will get your next screen like this, where you will be able to see, okay, your vendor details. Now how to insert the data in this particular field, or how to give the range to a particular vendor account group. For that, either you have to hit the first option, that is insert, like a plus option. Okay, if you want to delete, you have to go with this minus option, but I want to insert. Okay, so I will press this particular first icon on that window, or I will press F6 from my keyboard, and I will be able to go on this entering the data for this particular vendor. See that on maintain, you will update the following detail. First, what you have to update? See that first, your 2-digit key. What is a 2-digit key? That is T1. Okay, which identifies the vendor account number range interval in SAP. It will identify particular your that vendor account number. Okay, then T1 is given. Then from number, it is your starting number of that particular intervals. Okay, it may be defined by your company. So I'm saying it is given maybe if you see it is like 1 2 3 4, it may be around 6 plus 10 means total 10-digit key it is given from number to number. Okay, 10 digit. Then you have to upload that to number, that again as like from number, then ext. Okay, what is this? See, check this option only if the number ranges interval is applicable for external assignment. Okay, so if it is related to the external account groups, then you can do that. Otherwise, keep this field unchecked. See, after doing all these things, you have to just save that configuration. So in this way, you are able to assign a range. Now, what range you have been assigned to this first your vendor account group?